Hi everyone, it's Konstantinos and this is Crypto Unplugged. And this is a video that I would like to share 5 coins that you could potentially buy right now. Before I start off with the coins, I'm gonna give you a quick update on Bitcoin, which puts a little bit of a move right now. This can be a breakout of this ascending triangle and head towards the 100,000 mark, or it can be a fake out because it could be just a liquidity grab here, which has already been taken. So then it could pull back or not, or it can continue higher to grab all this liquidity as well. So this is wait and see. And since there is some uncertainty on Bitcoin whether it will continue up or it will pull a little bit now, I'm looking for you can see that a lot of altcoins have already put huge moves like Sui. So I'm looking for coins that haven't put big moves yet, or they have imminent catalysts. So a brief introduction. How do we buy altcoins? We look into fundamentals, the narrative, the charts / technical analysis, the team, the hype, and the tokenomics. So a fundamentally strong coin is a coin that does something meaningful, or maybe not even that. For example, even a meme coin like Pepe being the most used meme coin on the internet, for me this can count as a strong fundamental aspect. When it comes to narrative, it needs to be in a trending narrative. Strong narratives now are layer ones, AI, Deepin, RWA, and a few others actually. Then chart and technical analysis. You don't have to be an expert on that. However, it is important to identify patterns on the chart, mainly to avoid buying tops or very high prices. Team is also very important, and it's I think probably the hardest thing to research, because it's critical. Even if everything else works, if you don't have a committed team with the skills and the vision, the project can fall apart very easily. Hype, how much the project is discussed on social media by influencers, YouTubers, crypto Twitter. Like it or not, crypto is mostly a Ponzi scheme, and we buy things mostly based on hype rather than anything else. And tokenomics, how much of the total supply of the coin is distributed already and circulating, and how much is yet to come. Again, this is not an easy topic to tackle, because it can be the case that coins with low circulating supply can put huge moves. Arguably, Sui can fall into that category. However, if most of the supply is circulating, this is like there is less risk on that aspect. So let's jump straight into the first coin, which is Kaspa. Kaspa is my biggest position, and it's one of the coins that I didn't buy the lows, and the reason is that I'm already very exposed to Kaspa. So I have a very big bag comparing to all of my other holdings. I didn't buy the low. I was looking to get a trade, like to open a leverage trade here, but somehow I missed this week here. I was looking to enter a little bit higher. This green candle again went very quickly for me. So I think I had an order at 49 cents here. It wasn't hit, and then I didn't manage to get an entry. So sorry. So what is Caspa? Caspa is a proof of work Fairlands project, and I very much favor proof of work projects over proof of stake or otherwise. Um, so Caspa is a block DAG as opposed to a blockchain. Um, Conceptually and technically, a blockchain works in two-dimensional planes. It goes up, down, right, left in space. While the block DAG works more in a 3D space, so the blocks are easier and quicker to arrange. So that makes the chain much faster. So what is happening with Caspa and why I want to talk with Caspa right now is that there is the Crescendo update coming on the 5th of May, which is going to increase the speed of Caspa massively. So you see it coming up in almost exactly 4 days, and it's going to increase from 1 block per second to 10 blocks per second. And this is one of the big catalysts for Caspa. Other catalysts are the smart contracts that are in development and are yet to come, and also the project has no tier 1 exchange listings. So it is not in Binance, it is not in Coinbase, it is not in Crypto.com. And once it gets those listings, this is expected to have a massive impact on the price. Binance has already hinted and earlier this year that they will list Caspa, and it only makes sense that at least one of Crypto.com and Coinbase will follow. So with the Crescendo update coming up in 4 days, this can open up the possibility of a good trade. So I did open a leverage trade here, just under 90 cents. It's already moving, and I don't know if it's, maybe it's a risky place to enter now. However, it is an option to try to monitor this, and if there is a little bit of a pullback, maybe you can enter a leverage trade. And since we are already away from this low, maybe not very high leverage. But you could look into trading that for the next few days. Once the 5th of May and the Crescendo release takes place, this can be a selling news event, or it can be some fad around it. People can find things, this doesn't work very well, or it is not as we expected it. So there could be a few reasons to make the price drop. So I'm mentioning now as a trade for a few days, and we sell at the 5th of May. However, I do believe in the project long term. So it could be a very. I'm gonna hold my my spot bag for new all-time highs. So the next one is Sonic. So Sonic is the rebranding and the new chain actually of Phantom. Phantom was one of the best performers in the previous bull run, which now has been upgraded to Sonic. So why do I like Sonic? In general, I don't like rebrands. I don't like migrations from one chain to another. I don't like all these things that have a significant impact on a coin. I think there is significant risk on that. However, this is not always the case, and sometimes it does work very well when there is such a change. In the case of Sonic, I'm quite positive. There is already a lot of there is already a lot of hype around it and interest. And it's a bet on the team mainly, because behind Sonic is André Cranier, which is one of the masterminds in the crypto world. André Cranier wasn't in Phantom from the beginning, So Phantom launched, started moving and everything, and then Adrekrenye joined the team, trying to fix a lot of things that were not right. And in that sense, this is why I like the fact that they rebranded, and now it's not called Phantom anymore, and it's Sonic. It has a very nice name, a very nice logo, like it's quite catchy from a branding perspective. And it has a catalyst coming up, which is the Sonic Summit in Vienna next week. So it's a similar case to Caspa. Caspa has the Crescendo on the 5th of May. Sonic has the Sonic Summit on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of May. So this opens up the possibility of another trade. So here I'm opening the Phantom chart just because it has more history. In Phantom I did buy the lows. So I had some Phantom from higher up here, and then I did buy the lows. I tripled my position here, and then I added more on the lows. This is a trade that I got in the beginning of April on the lows. However, because I was targeting lower prices, this is a very small position. So I wanted to catch the hype around the Sonic Summit. I opened a new trade, and now I'm gonna open the Sonic chart here. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know how I didn't get liquidated here. It's like Sonic made me a favor, like the exchanges. It's like they got so close to my liquidation price. I didn't get liquidated. I got away with it. Now this is a very big green candle. Again, if there is a pushback, I think you could possibly enter a small leverage trade for 1 week. So looking to sell during the summit. And again, as a Caspa, this is a project that I believe a lot, and I'm gonna hold my spot bucks. And in general, I'm buying mostly spot. So even though I'm talking and I'm gonna talk about trades in this channel, most of my investment is in spot bucks, which I'm planning to hold for the rest of the bull run, and aiming to sell close to the top. So here I'm gonna ride the waves, my spot bag, it's gonna go up next week, at some point it's gonna come back. I'm not gonna sell any of my spot. Next up is Ondo Finance. Ondo is the top now RWA coin. As you may know, a few days ago, ragged. So was the other big RWA coin. And once this rag happened, there were a lot of videos and tweets and everything about Ondo is Ondo next and everything. Which is, to be honest with you, I think it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean that because a big RWA coin ragged, that the second one is gonna rag as well. Actually, I believe the Mandra rag is very bullish for Ondo, because there are not so many leading projects in the RWA narrative, which I believe is gonna be a very strong one. So before the crash, retail would choose between Ondo and Now all the hype will be directed on Ondo. So I think this can give even higher targets for Ondo, and Ondo hasn't moved so much from the lows. So from the 70 cents it's up to 90 cents, but I think this is a good hold. Possibly it's also a good spot for a trade, but I think this is a nice spot buy. I am quite confident that it will go to not the previous all-time high, but quite higher than that. And then two smaller coins, one is Pinlink. I mentioned Pinlink on my yesterday's video. It's just the more I look at this chart, the more I like it, and I cannot really ignore it. This is, guys, an accumulation from beginning of February, so it's like it's like 3 months of accumulation in this range. Typically, this is very bullish. You expect an aggressive move here. It is 500%. It's 6x to the previous all-time high. It might find some resistance here, so it can go up to the supply zone, come a little bit back, and then continue up. And of course, in a bull run, I expect that it can go to new all-time highs. But even if it doesn't, I think it's an easy 4, 5, 6x. Again, a lot of coins have moved. This is still consolidating here. It catches a few narrative. It's mainly an RWOE coin, but it goes into AI, deep in. I think it's a very strong one. Also, quite a few big influencers are pushing this coin. So they seem to be very active if you check the X account and everything. So even though there was a very big correction, it seems that they've stayed active and building and everything. However, Pinlink is much smaller coin comparing to Ondo, Sonic, and Kaspa. Kaspa, Sonic, and Ondo, I expect them to be around for the long run, for years and years to come. So this reduces the risk as well, because even if something happens, there is no bull run and we'll go to a bear market, those projects are gonna stay around, and most likely in the long run you will make some good returns. However, Pinlink is a coin that we expect to do well in this bull run. I don't know if it's gonna stay around for more. Same with Destra. Again, it's a coin for this bull run. It's an AI coin, very active. They seem to have been building a lot. Once the AI agents explosion happened, they jumped into building a platform to deploy AI agents. Again, very strong when it comes to mindshare and social influence. A lot of calls and a lot of big influencers and YouTubers behind this project. And again, a beautiful chart, in my opinion. Let me pull it up. So again, in a very nice consolidation here. Again, it's several months of consolidation, and similar to Pinlink, it's like almost a 4x to the previous all-time high. Previous all-time high was around $500 million, and this is a coin that I think it's very well positioned to get tier 1 listings. Obviously I cannot say that it will definitely happen, but I think it's primed for that. So yes, and another comment about these coins, Pinlink and Destra. These are Ethereum coins, and Ethereum hasn't been moving much, as you may know. I do expect Ethereum to put a very big rally at some point, which can be imminent. I don't know. And once Ethereum starts moving, all these coins can go parabolic. A lot of Ethereum-based projects are already moving a lot. So imagine what can happen if Ethereum starts moving as well. And I think I'm gonna keep it here for today. So that's the video, that's the alpha. I do want to say thank you very much to everyone that liked my previous video and subscribed. It really helped me stay motivated and keep pushing this channel. And actually, it's one of the reasons that I really wanted to do a new video today. Because in the long run, I'm not planning to do daily videos. This is very intense. However, it is a time in the market that, you know, once things starts moving, I might have to do a few more videos for things like Destra and Pinlink, and opportunities that you can catch for coins that haven't moved yet. It's gonna be the case that you will see days where everything is green, double-digit gains, and you will be wondering what to buy because you might think that you missed the pumps, but in most cases there will be opportunities on good coins that haven't moved yet. So I might do some videos like that. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.